Hey, welcome to Get Business Credit YouTube channel. Can you guys hear me okay? I had some technical difficulties. Been a while since I went live. Want to make sure you guys can hear me okay before we get started. If you guys can put a 1 in the live chat section, let me know if you guys can hear me okay. And just bear with me. We're going to give a few minutes for others to join in. I need to make sure everything is working okay. So just bear with me here. All right, you guys can hear me loud and clear? All right, let's get down now to business. Let me go ahead and close this. Okay, well, I just want to start off by letting you guys know I appreciate each and every one of you guys tuning in. And I hope each and every one of you guys have a great 2024. You know, it's we're a month into it, time flies, and let's really make this 2024 be a good year for all of us when it comes to your business, personal, family, all the goals that you want. Make 2024 count. All right, so if you guys can please just hit the thumbs up for the live, just so it gets out to a wider audience, I'd appreciate it. So let's get right into it. I have a couple topics I'm going to cover in tonight's live, and offering a couple different things as well. So I'll just go ahead and start. But if you guys want to go ahead and put any questions you have for business credit questions or even personal credit questions, go ahead and put it in the live chat section. And once I go through all this, I will go ahead and answer that. Excuse me. I'll go ahead and answer those questions momentarily once I start going over a few of these things, topics that I wanted to put up. T Ruffin in the house. Goats here. Okay. Yeah, I got your text, buddy. I'll get back to you here shortly. I'll text you back. Anyway, so first thing I wanted to tell you guys, even if you're an existing business, you've been in business 5 years, 10 years, or you're a brand new business, you guys should be going to listyourself.net. That's what's on the screen right now. I hate this name tag thing right here. It's covering my face. Anyways, go to listyourself.net/listyourself. And then after that, you're going to click on individual and personal business listings. This is a vital step for building business credit. If your business phone number is not listed in the 401 business directory, the chances are it could be a reason why you got declined if you've applied for certain credit lines, such as like Synchrony lines, like the Sam's Club No PG Business MasterCard or the store card. They also have the J.C. Penney's commercial card, the Lowe's. I'm drawing a blank here. There's a couple more, but the ConocoPhillips gas card. I have them somewhere here and behind me on the board there too. A lot of those that are underwritten through Synchrony and Community, Floor and Decor, all those, they are actually pulling not only just your Experian business credit data, and a supplementary report is done on Bradstreet, but the primary is Experian business credit. Aside from that, if your business phone number is not listed in the 401 business directory with AT&T or Verizon or Comcast, then chances are you're going to get a denial letter or notification that's going to be unable to verify the business information. And even though they can verify it, but under manual review, they can't verify if your number is not listed in the business directory. So you could already have several trade lines built up and have a solid business credit profile and still get denied. And if that's the case, then the chances are, if you get that unable to verify business information or business details, chances are that it's because your business is not listed in the 401 business directory for whatever reason. If you're using a call forwarding number, a Google Voice, there's personal cell phone, several of those. So you need to actually force it to get listed. This is one step. There's other steps too to increase your chances of approval for any credit lines. And I go over that for my one-on-one business credit mentorship, where every week we go over everything that you need to do individually, because every business owner and every business owner's situation is different. So that's why I started the one-on-one business credit mentorship. So if you're interested in that, you can just text me right now, 423-9954. It is quite expensive. I'll just put that out there. However, if you can't do, say, the business credit mentorship, I have two other options you can do. So several people wanted me to create this, so that's what I did. And it is actual audit consultation, where I go through all your business credit reports and do a full audit and look for any possible errors or mistakes that could be hindering you from getting approvals. So you guys can read about it. The link will be in the description below. You said my volume's so low. I have it up as high as it'll go. Hang on, let me check something here. Hang on, I'll try to go to the audio and see. Okay, is it any better? I just increased the volume, so hopefully that's better. But anyway, so several, I would say more than several, dozens of viewers have asked me to come up with some type of option for those that can't afford the one-on-one business credit mentorship, and they want to get like a full-on audit and get advice from me. So the consultations are 1 to 2 hours, depending. And 100% of the fee is actually donated to the Michael J. Fox Foundation for Parkinson's Research. This far, we've been able to donate over $200,000 in the past couple of years. And if you've been following me for any extended period of time, most of you guys know that I have, since 2017, diagnosed with early onset Parkinson's disease. That's why I had to take about 7 months off last year so I could get my health a little better. So that's why I have some speech problems, but the brain still works very good. Anyway, so I want to get that out of the way. The link will be in the description below. I'll just put it there again. So you can go to calendar and you can actually book a consultation with me right now, right after this live is over. You can just book that and we'll get on the call. I do offer free consultations for like 10, 15 minutes. However, I'm only going to give you so much information on that just because I have so many people contacting me. So this paid consultation for 1 or 2 hours is a really much in-depth business credit audit, and I go over your goals and give you advice just like I do with my one-on-one business credit mentorship clients. Anyway, so let's get back to this real quick. I wanted to talk to you guys about funding. If any of you guys are interested in getting business funding, whether it's business credit cards or working capital loans, and you've got denied in the past by others, then I want you to go to bizloanapp.com, bizloanapp.com. Just go to bizloanapp.com. It is a pre-qualification form that I set up. I do have some underwriters that they don't really advertise, but they're actually been around for 20, 30, 40 years. And there are a lot of the underwriters that some of these other platforms use. However, I have banking relationship with some of these underwriters. So instead of wasting your time and getting contacted by so many different underwriters or sales brokers, then and that's what happens with us on deck and funder and all those. So instead of doing that, I set up this so then I can review it, and then I will personally submit your pre-qualification information. If it's going to be qualified, I'll submit it over to the underwriter that I believe that you're going to have your best chances for approval. I don't charge anything on it. Of course, if you do get approved with that underwriter that I connect you with, they may, give some type of commission back to the Get Business Credit YouTube channel. But anyways, you just go to bizloanapp.com. It's not a hard pull at all. It's actually not even a soft pull. You just need to answer the questions honestly, because that's going to gauge who I think you're going to have your best chances for approval. So you're going to put in your desired funding amount, 5 to 10,000, and it goes up from there. You select, what you're looking for. Of course, don't try to select, say, 100,000 if you have bad credit, bad personal credit, and not very established business credit. Be realistic. Okay. And then the type of funding program you're interested in, there's business credit cards like 0% or business lines of credit, short-term business loan, equipment financing, installment loans, personal funding. So if you have really good personal credit, I can help you with getting personal funding and show you the options. SBA loan, invoice factoring. So those are what you can choose from. And if you're interested in multiple of those, then just put business line of credit or short-term business loan. And then monthly business revenue. This doesn't have to be long-term. So if you're a fairly new business, and I would say the only qualification is you need to be in business at least 3 months and have at least $1,000 in your business checking account or have some type of gross revenue coming in. It doesn't have to be profit. Okay. So again, answer these questions honest as possible, because that's going to increase your chances for me to match you with the right underwriter lender that I feel confident that you can get approved with. And if you submit this and I feel I don't have somebody that you could possibly get approved through, then I'm going to reach out to you and either send you a text directly or send you an email and let you know, hey, I'm not going to be able to help you out with this, but it's definitely a much better option than all the other options out there. Now, if after this video, if you guys are all submitting this and I get hundreds of replies, bear with me. It will take 1 to 2 days for me to get back with you or a underwriter to contact you if I feel you can get approved. Now, the use of credit lines, you're going to just put there. You can do multiple choice, whatever. Be also honest about that. I will tell you, if you need payroll, like funding for payroll, that's going to be harder to get you approved, and rehab properties or purchase real estate. Although I do have to put those there for lending requirements, but just to let you know, don't put those if you want to increase your chances for approval. Then you're going to put in your annual personal income, 30,000, 50,000, 100,000, whatever it may be. Put it there. The business name, business address, industry, and your EIN. I'm not asking for any social security numbers, so you just have to put in your EIN. And if you don't want to put in your EIN, you don't have to either. You just have to definitely put in your business name and address. And then your business start date, current bank balance, owner's name, phone number, owner's approximate FICO score, email, website if you have one, and then upload your personal or business credit reports or both. The more information that you give me, the higher chances that I can match you with a good lender. And it's not going to be a lender that's going to be charging you like 20 points, So I want you to be successful. I don't want you to get in bankrupt paying off, some loans. So that's the first thing I wanted to cover. And this will be available for replay too. So let's see here. Next thing I wanted to cover, if you're new to building up business credit and you don't know if you have an Experian business credit profile, then you can go to this link and submit your business. So, with Dun & Bradstreet, you can get your DUNS number. Well, Experian Business Credit, they have what it calls is BIN number. They assign to every business. So it's a business identification number. So unlike Dun & Bradstreet, like Experian, it's not like a thing you can just go on Experian Business's website and just create a profile. You're submitting this. This is actually a link that I actually found. And just to let you guys know, I'm the only YouTube channel endorsed by Experian Business Credit. I've covered this so much, but so I'll go ahead and add the link here in the comment section. So that link you can go, if you're a new business, I would say do this right away because it is going to definitely increase your chances for a fast, speedy way to establish your business credit, among other things. But, this is the first step because Experian Business Credit is the most important business credit report. Of course, it is supplemental business credit to a certain degree. Loans and all that is supplemental, but you can get a lot of no PG business credit lines and credit cards just based off business credit if you have bad personal credit. So, so you're just going to put in exactly what you have listed with the Secretary of State because they will confirm this information, but, put in the correct information, put in your full the CEO or president or manager's full name. A lot of times this is lacking on business credit reports, and that's also the reason why some people get denied. There's not enough rich filmographic data. And I go over that. If you guys want to watch more in detail about this, I think about a week or two ago, I put out a 10-minute, 11-minute video that breaks down every single one and what you should do as a brand new business. And that's going to set you up for success 100%. You don't need to pay anything. There's nothing you need to pay. So I would say do that and you're going to have solid trade lines and a good foundation step. I have all my one-on-one business credit mentorships students go over the same process. That's what they do, so it's the same exact, it's just more one-on-one. So there's that link, and then here's the list yourself. I'll put that in there. And hey, if you think you're already listed in the Business 401 directory, go ahead and do it on this. Even if you think you're already listed, go ahead and do it. It doesn't hurt to go ahead and do it, And then, like I said, the business bizloanapp.com. Put that here real quick in the comment section or the live chat section. So the bizloanapp.com. One more thing that I did want to mention is the FICO score required is actually quite low with some of the underwriters I work with. So traditionally, you need to have like 620 or higher, ideally like 700 FICO score, 680 or so. But we've been able to get a few of my mentor clients approved or not huge loans, but like 5, 10, 15,000, having a 550, 570 FICO score. Of course, there's other factors in play, but it's very hard to find underwriters that aren't going to rip you off. You borrow 10,000, you got to pay back 20,000. That's not a good loan, it's like loan shark. So even if you're being held back by not good or bad personal credit, don't let that hold you back. There is options out there. You just don't see them disclosed a lot because there's not much money for, say, YouTubers and people that brokers. There's not much money in high risk loans. And if you have low FICO score, the risk is very high compared to, say, subprime and prime loans and funding. So therefore, the YouTuber or the Facebook person, whoever it may be, or even the business website or whatever, they typically don't push these because the commission is quite low compared to, say, subprime or prime. If you're getting a loan, say, for 30,000, like, say, their National Business Capital, some of the viewers that they get approved for 20, 30,000, and then on the back end, my commission is $500 to $1,500. That they pay for promoting, right, for each approval, versus a bad credit business funding loan for those below 600. The commission, regardless of the amount, is anywhere from like $20, $50, $75, somewhere in that ballpark. So that's because the risk is much higher due to the credit. So that's why you don't see a lot of these underwriters that for bad credit being pushed, because a lot of YouTubers don't want to mess with such low commissions compared to the prime and subprime commissions that you would get. So, but we've been able to get like well over $10 million just in business loans between merchant cash advance and business lines of credit in the past year. A little over 10 million just from YouTube views. So viewers like you guys, I'm sure some of you guys are in here right now that have already taken loans out through my referral links with National Business Capital. And a couple people just got approved for funding through Get Loot. The videos that I recently, been doing reviews on. Someone got approved for 18,000 last week. Someone got approved for 32,000 like a couple days ago, and those were through their own underwriter, and that's Get Loot. They do their own underwriting. So, anyways, so like I said, it's not a hard pull at all. So go ahead and go to bizloanapp.com, apply for that, and then I'll get back to you and let you know. I'll get to the questions in the comment section here in a moment. I just wanted to go over the one-on-one business credit mentorship and the consultation, paid consultations real quick, the new ones that I just offered. And then I'll make that quick, and then we'll get over to the questions about the business credit or personal credit. So for those that are just joining, thanks for joining. I would say for the last 2 years, I've had dozens and dozens of requests for like more in-depth consultations. I do offer a free 10, 15-minute consultations at no charge, but there's only so much I can get in that short amount of time that I can cover with you. So because of the demand for this, that's why I created this just yesterday. So I'm offering 2 different consultations, a 1-hour and 2-hour business and personal credit consultations. Sorry, my mic is making some weird sound. But anyway, so the link, like I said, is I'll go and put that in the comment section. You can book as early as like an hour or 2 hours from now. So 1 hour, 2 hours, and I will do an in-depth consultation with you and look at your reports and come up with a game plan. So it's kind of like the one-on-one business credit mentorship. It's just not ongoing. It's just for like, 1, 2 hours, and I'm going to guide you and tell you right away what I would go ahead and apply for if you're ready. I'm not going to give you advice if I don't feel you're ready to apply for something. So if I'm going to tell you to apply for 2 or 3, 4 credit lines, I'm not going to have you do that unless 100% or near 100% that I feel you're going to be able to get approved. Just like in my one-on-one business credit mentorship, every week I send new things for my students to apply for and detailed instructions, but I don't send it to them in the portal, in my client portal that I've set up for them. I don't have them do it unless it's over 80% chance that they're going to get approved. If they do get denied on each thing each week, there's a section within my client portal that I set up that 7 to 10 day message, yes, approved, no, denied. So depending on what you select there will depend on the outcome for the following week instructions that I have you do. So anyways, so you guys can just read about that. Like I said, it's more in detail here, and you can even book as of right now. Well, in a couple hours from now. So just read that. And then about my business credit one-on-one mentorship, I have a few spots available still. I've been able to take on a few more because of the fact that I set up this client portal. Let me see if I can pull that up. No, I can't pull it up because it's going to show information that I don't want, being shown. But anyways, the one-on-one business credit mentorship, I do have some spots available. It's weekly. It's customized for you as a business owner based on your personal credit and your business credit and what stage you're at. Even if you're brand new, you haven't even formed your business yet, it's okay. I have a couple students that they didn't even have an LLC set up. I was able to help them get that set up the most affordable way, and you can do payment plans as well. So just text me if you're interested in that, 937-423-9954, just like below. Anyways, let's get into the questions now. This isn't going to be a very long. Here, let me look here. I got questions coming in from Facebook and Twitter and YouTube. This isn't going to be a very long live. I'm going to get off here in a few minutes. So get any questions you have right now, get them in the comment section or the live section. Get those comments in. I need to fix. Okay, so what's the best way to start an LLC in your opinion? That's a pretty broad question, Emmett. What do you mean start an LLC? Those are, it's quite easy to start an LLC. Depending on what state you're in, like Ohio, you can get literally, if it's early enough in the day, you can be already registered and everything and have your certificate back from the state of Ohio. It's quite cheap. So clarify that if you could, please, if you're still here. Alan Martin, I need to fix high utilization on personal credit. Yep, that's definitely something you should do, and strategically use business credit to help your personal credit utilization. There's so much that you can put on business credit lines and business credit cards that a lot of business owners are using their personal credit cards for business expenses, and that's hurting their personal credit because of the utilization. A riff, I have JC Penney's and Phillips 66. Well, you must have, that's nice that you have those, and they're both Synchrony, no PG accounts. you must watch my videos because of those two combinations. Those are the two that I've, made several videos on. You were denied by Lowe's. Yeah, so clearly, well, I would have to see your Experian business credit report, but likely it's like the phone number issue because JC Penney's and Phillips 66, those are the easier ones that Synchrony underwrites because each one that they underwrite, they have a little bit different business credit strengths that you need to be at, like the no PG business MasterCard with Sam's Club. That's going to be the most strictest when it comes to applying for that one. You need to have some good trade lines on that on your Experian, like 7 or more, and they need to be more than just some small starter vendor ones. So it's probably that, not enough trade lines, or if you have a lot of starter vendor trade lines. So you need to get like at least 1 or 2 stronger trade lines, more than likely, reporting on Experian. Or they can't verify something on your 411 business directory. So definitely get listed, and then you can reapply after 30 days. But that's kind of like what my the calendar, the 1 hour and 2 hour paid consultation. That's kind of where I go over, where I can kind of look at your reports in more detail and give you a reason why I think you're getting denied. If you keep on trying to apply for a credit line and you keep getting denied and you don't know why, well, that's what the paid consultation's for, because then I can actually dissect everything. Okay, so Yemi, what can I do with a 50K Experian business line that's like 2 payments from being paid off? I don't know what you mean, 50K Experian business line. You mean it's reporting to Experian? 2 months from being paid off. Emmy, send me an email, clarify what you're saying there, because it's an open-end question. I don't know what you're meaning. Like, what can you do with? Like, what do you mean? What can you do with? Eb knows, longtime loyal subscriber here. Member of Get Business Credit. This information is golden. I share your channel with everyone I know has a business or starting a business. Thank you so much, Eb. I get this question every time I go live. I'm not going to get into it too much, but shelf corporations, depending on what you get, which ones, and what your intentions are, you can be committing fraud. They can be somewhat illegal depending on what you do with them. Shelf corporations are garbage, in my opinion. Shelf corporations were a thing 10 years ago. You could do things with them. I tell you, I have so many past mentor students that because they bought a shelf corporation, they shot themselves in the foot. You know, Age Shelf Corporation does not do anything for you at all for when it comes to business credit approvals. The only time it can be somewhat helpful, and even if it's helpful, it's such a minor degree, and that's if it's in the same state that you're in the same industry. So if it's like a trucking business and the shelf corporation is, say, like, doesn't sound like a trucking business, then it's not beneficial at all. It's not like you're going to get people show records of that anyways. But most of the time when people buy shelf corporations, the shelf corporation is in a different state, even if it's 20 years old. This is actual a real live example. One of my mentor students from like a year and a half ago, he paid like 4,500 for a shelf corporation that I think it was like 9, 10 years old out of Pennsylvania. And it was something associates. So it sounded like a law firm or a collection agency or something, right? So that's why I do pre-screening on potential mentorship clients, because I won't accept certain clients depending on what their situation is, because there's only so much I can do when you kind of shoot yourself in the foot. So, like in his case, he was out of Atlanta, Georgia, and he was under the misconception that, oh, by the Shelf Corporation, they update who the owner is, and then I can just use it and piggyback off of it. No, that's not the case. So what you need to do is then register with your local state. So in his case, he was in Georgia. So he had to register with Georgia his Shelf Corporation that he bought as a foreign entity of LLC. That's required in all states. So you have to do that. So as soon as you do that, you're actually restarting everything. And that age no longer even matters, period. So just, I don't want to get into too much details about it, but just take my advice seriously. Don't waste your time on shelf corporations. It's not a way you can just pay money and cut corners. Like, you could spend that same money and get a much stronger business credit profile. Nowadays in 2024, business credit is not very hard to build and get, especially if you have money to spend, say on, I don't want to say trade lines, because starter vendors, some of those starter vendors are rip off and waste of money. But if you have that type of money to blow on a shelf corporation, it's better use on getting a credit line, buying stuff that you can actually either sell or use. So you would get, say, a net 30 account, and it'd be a good net 30, not those crappy ones that make you pay a fee and then you get overpriced digital products or overpriced office supply stuff. No, it'd be better off to get a good net 30 account and then just pay it off, or even like a secured business gas card. Even, you can get that. Like, I got universal premium, like $300 deposit. That was like one of my first ones under fleet core, and then was able to get it up to like 19,000 in like 6 months, the credit limit. And it's a MasterCard. It can be used anywhere. Um, it was, I got it unlocked. They call it multi-use. On the side of the card, it'll say fleet only or multi-use. So even being a new business, like I told you guys before, if you've been following me for any type of extended period of time, you would see that I started a brand new LLC back, was at the end of 2021. And some of my very first approvals were those that so-called business credit experts say that are tier 2 and tier 3, and that's just complete baloney. um, I don't want to sound too arrogant, but I would actually say, well, I'll go ahead and be arrogant actually, because I earn it and I've spent so much time on it. But I've been building business credit, researching business credit for almost 20 years now, and I've done so much research even in the last 5 years. And I'll tell you, there's nobody like me. I would go as far as saying the hands down, I'm 100% the business credit expert. I know that's a bold statement, but anybody can prove me wrong. Go ahead. Um, you know, I have stacks and stacks of approvals, including the Centurion Black card that's invite only. So, anyways, enough about that. But yeah, stay away from shelf corporations. It's just a complete waste of time, waste of money, too. 10, 15 years ago, they were okay to get for business credit purposes, because Dun and Bradstreet was the business credit bureau pulled the most back then. Like, my dad, for his company, would get every month these big, huge, like Bible, like Dun and Bradstreet directories, and they're such tiny print, just like the Bible has. And it would show a rating for every business, and it'd be alphabetical order. So Just like a telephone book, you would just look up whatever the business name is. And it's like by state down to the name. You would just look it up, say ABC Plumbing out of Chicago, Illinois. You would just look it up, and it would just give you a one-line data, like if they've been late and then the recommended credit limit. That's how typical companies would recommend or approve for credit lines, business credit lines. So shelf corporations were, you were able to manipulate to a certain degree using a shelf corporation. However, since like 2021, Dun and Bradstreet's had so many problems, even legally, where that's why you guys don't see me promoting Dun and Bradstreet too much, because it can be easily manipulated to the scores. That's why Synchrony and a lot of financial institutions stopped using Dun and Bradstreet for credit decision making purposes, because it's very easy. There's people out there that's able to commit fraud essentially and inflate a business credit profile that's not true. And then in return, those people that would do that, they would go and get no personal guarantee credit cards, max them out, never pay them, and there's no recourse. So, these lenders started seeing an increased tick in the last couple of years, especially around COVID, starting to see a lot of defaulted accounts. And they notice it's Dun and Bradstreet recommendations. So what happened, even the FTC did some like suit settlement with them, but that's pretty much what happened in layman terms. So Experian is the one that's used the most, Experian Business Credit, for like credit cards and financial lending purposes, banks. But then Equifax Business is used quite frankly when it comes to like no PG business auto finance and fleets. I don't want to say Dun and Bradstreet doesn't matter. It does matter to a certain extent, but they're primarily used for vendor credit, Uline, Quill, things like that. However, they use them kind of as like I'm trying to put out the words that would be easiest to explain it to you guys for the ones that's layman. It's kind of like a fill over where, say, Synchrony may pull a Dun and Bradstreet report on your business, but they're not doing that as a first application through the algorithm. They're going to be pulling the data from their algorithm, will match things to your Experian or your Equifax business credit report. And then if there's any information that their system is saying, oh, something's not making sense here, so that's a fall over app. So then their system's going to call an API call and then confirm with, say, the next bureau. It could be paying at Equifax, Credit Safe, or Dun and Bradstreet. So Dun and Bradstreet is often used for business verification purposes, or confirming lacking data, but it's typically not used as the primary unless it's vendor credit. So just to be clear, for financial institutions, Dun & Bradstreet is rarely used as a primary first source for credit making decisions. So you still want to have all the profiles good in trade lines. However, don't worry about these PAYDEX scores that everyone talks about. Business credit scores actually don't really matter too much. It's what's on the report, what you're getting reported matters more. You could have like a score 35 and think, oh, I have bad business credit. No, actually, most of my approvals happened when I had like 35 to 55 Intel score. So you can have a 90 Intel score or 80, 90 PAYDEX and get denied like crazy. So that happens because a lot of you guys are listening to these nonsense YouTubers that are just promoting nonsense trade lines, nonsense credit lines, starter vendors that won't do anything to you for you. And most of them actually are BS. they say they report, but they're very vague. They say they report to business credit bureaus, but they don't tell who it is. All that information's vague, and a lot of these websites that do these net 30 accounts that you have to pay a fee or something, they're, excuse my friends, but complete horse. You know, they're just taking your money. And out of all those, I would say there's like 10 to 15 of them out there. I don't really promote many of them. There's only a few that I will actually promote. But out of all those, I would say there's only about 20%, 30% that actually report. The other ones, they don't report at all, you know, and they don't report to the ones that do report don't even report to good business credit bureaus because they can't be approved for a data furnisher. Anyways, enough about that rant. Gregory King, what's up? Hey, buddy, thanks for tuning in. Which places pull Experian business credit? Most all financial institutions pull Experian. What do you think about adding AU trade lines to your business credit? Well, that's for one, illegal, and two, there's no way to really do that. It's impossible. Just think about what you said there. Adding authorized user. So how can it be an authorized user if it's already another business's account? It's not like personal, where personal that's allowed. But just think about what you said there. It's, I don't want to say it's common sense because I get that question often. I got it even today by someone wanting to join the mentorship. They asked about that. But technically, there's no legal way to buy or add a business credit authorized user account. How can you do that? Like, you have an OPG auto loan, you're going to call the bank and then say, hey, I want to add on an authorized user for my vehicle loan to another business. Like, it makes no sense. And then you have a business credit card. No business credit card company is going to allow you to just add it on another business to piggyback. It's not a social security number. So there's no way to do that, period. It's, and anybody that says that they can, they're lying. And if they do, if they are able to get you, say, a business account added, like a loan, a high one, they're probably going to charge you quite a bit. And the reason why they're charging you quite a bit is because they're doing illegal activity. So there is some people out there that have, say, connections at certain banks or financial institutions or certain underwriters that they make a fake account, a fake authorized user account, like Ford Motor Company. I'm not saying there's anybody with Ford doing this, but just using an example. Ford Motor Company, somebody that's corrupt and that works in the office in the accounting department or something, you know, has bad will intentions, and they're able to just add a dummy fake account for your business right before they do their monthly reporting to the business credit bureaus. And then as soon as that happens, then they remove the account altogether from their records. So then it clears the audit. So that sometimes can happen. But if you get caught doing that, you're looking at federal prison. If you're the one that did it and you're the one that bought it, you could be potentially dealing with federal charges. And you can't use the excuse like, oh, I didn't know. No, it's your business to know. It's your business. You're taking responsibility for it. So I would just stay away from those 100%. Anybody trying to sell you trade lines, just it's illegal, and there really is none. If you really think about it, there's no way to add somebody on. A business is a business. A person you can add authorized accounts. But when have you ever seen like a business credit card have two business names on there, right? So like on a personal credit, you know, it's going to have the person that, you know, has the account, and then they have to call and get the authorized user added on, and then that card's going to be issued with their name on it, right? But then it's attached to the main person's original approval account. You can't do that with business. It's silly. Let's see here. Probably so. I just updated the phone number on phone one. Okay, good. Robert, what's up, buddy? It's one of my mentor one-on-one students. Hey, so I talked to Aaron over at Fair Figure. So shoot me a text again, and I'll get back to you so we can go over that phone call. Is Home Depot still with Citibank? Yes, for most of their cards are Citibank. However, they do have one, a Pro Supply, that is not with them. It's a in-house family channel. How can I delete inquiries on Experian Personal? I can't do it online anymore. You have to do it over the phone, but that's a whole nother subject matter. If you go over to Credit Josh on YouTube, I do have a video on how to remove inquiries using custom letters that I wrote that do work. Hey guys, hit the like button for Josh, reward for his work. Thank you so much, Greg. How much are the mentorship levels? The lowest price one is about $1,000, and they go up to $3,000, anywhere from 4, 6, and 12 weeks. How can you set up a free call? Just text 937-423-9954. However, the free call is only going to be like, like 10-minute phone call. I'm quite busy, and or do a few secured signature loans at 3 different banks for your business. I don't know what you mean, Emmy. I don't know really what you're talking about, because maybe you put that in when I was talking about something else earlier. I'm showing you. That's my mom. Hi, brother. That's my little sister. Even you're saying he means backdated trade lines. You can't backdate any trade lines. How can you do that? Just think about what you're saying there. You can't backdate trade lines. Again, that's committing fraud. If there's a way to do that, you'd be intentionally committing fraud, and you're looking at federal felony charges. So, and if you could backdate, then it's going to be multiple people doing that illegally. So, because you're intentionally trying to defraud somebody, and that would be a guaranteed jail sentence. Anyways, let's see here. Robert, will do, buddy. Okay, understood. All right. And I don't want you guys to take things I say personal on or anything like that. I just get tired of, there is no stupid question. What's stupid is not to ask the questions. But there's just so many people out there looking to defraud and screw these underwriters over. And that's what ruins it for legitimate business owners like you guys, and make it hard to get these no PG. There's less and less out there because of those, bad apples. Do you have any views on Chase Inc. business? Yeah, all Chase cards are good. I've been needing to make videos about on Credit Josh. I plan on doing videos on individual credit cards, and then on Get Business Credit, going over. I have it on my whiteboard behind me. On the other side, I actually have like Bank of America, Fifth Third, PNC, Chase. I have all those kind of jotted down for me to make the content review on those. I have a couple of the cards. Trying to think, I have too many cards. Was it the? Well, no, those are personal. My Chase, Sapphire, and Preferred. Let's see here. Anyways, I'll be making a video. Stay tuned. I'm going to try to do that this month. Several of those. I think that's what he was intending to ask. Yeah, either or, it's still the same thing. No matter what, it's still the same thing. Anyways, you guys, so one last time, I'm going to get off here in a moment. If you guys are interested in my very first one-on-one extended business credit audit consultation, that's 1 hour and 2 hours long, you can go to the link, calendly.com/GBC Josh. I've made it very affordable. It's only like $199. They'll get you 1 and 2 hours, and you can schedule it right away. In a couple hours, I'll be available, or through Saturday. Sundays I take off. So if you're interested, you can go to book on there, and then real quick, go to bizloanapp.com to get pre-qualified for. Even if you have good credit or bad credit, you can still go ahead and see if I can get you pre-qualified with one of my unknown underwriters that deal with higher risk profiles but don't charge a ridiculous points. So just go to bizloanapp.com, fill that out, and then I will review it myself and submit it to the underwriters that I think that are going to be your highest chances for approval, that are not really known, but they've been established for a very long time, 20, 30, 40 years. And they only deal with, like, say, certain brokers. I have some relationship with them. And then if you want to go ahead and create your Experian business profile because you don't already have an Experian business credit profile, you can just go to smartbusinessreports.com/add my company /index.pop. I'll go ahead and put the link in here too. And then there's the list yourself. If you haven't already, you guys should do that. It doesn't hurt to go ahead and do it again. If you haven't already done it recently, go ahead and do it, because it's not like you can get listed, multiple times. If you're already listed, then, they will confirm that, but it doesn't cost anything. Go ahead and do it. Anyways, with all that being said, you guys go ahead and text me 937-423-9954 if you're interested on the one-on-one business credit mentorship. I do have a couple more spots available, and it's the best mentorship one-on-one for business, and even to a certain extent, personal credit. There's so much value. It's, I should be charging 10 times more than what I charge, but, I'm trying to make it as affordable as possible, and you'll come out of the mentorship being an expert on business credit, more than most of these even YouTubers that claim to be these business credit experts. Anyways, there is payment plans available. So just text me 937-423-9954. Text me anytime. It is my personal cell phone number, so please do not call. Respect that. Just text 937-423-9954, and I'll see if I can qualify you, and then we can go over what the business credit 101 mentorship entails. I guess with all that being said, and if the mentorship isn't right for you, then just do a 1 or 2 hour consultation. The link's there, and it'll be also in the description below. Sorry for all the sales pushing. I'm not trying to make this live too much on sales or anything like that, but just wanted to get the information to you guys because so many people have contacted me and requesting this. Anyways, you guys take care, and I will try to do another live early next week, and it will be a structured live that I'll try to do like a 2 or 3 hour live and go over several things that will be very beneficial for anybody that's new to building business credit, or if you're already established 5-10 years. I'm going to bring some new gems and some new underwriters, and there's 2 new business credit cards, fintech business credit cards. One of them I just interviewed, and we're doing the video editing. Nobody has even talked about this before, this new one, and it's kind of a game changer. So just stay tuned for that. Likely I'm going to be releasing that probably at the end of next week. I just have to confirm everything with the founder of this fintech. Anyways, you guys take care. Thanks again. Give the video a thumbs up before you leave. It just helps the live get out to replay for others. Anyways, you guys take care. Thanks again for tuning in, and subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. I really appreciate the support. And just wait, I have many gems coming. Till next time, you guys take care. Thanks again. Bye bye.